Today we're at Goldenhorn Disc Golf Course to talk about why these pitch and putt courses are so important to your overall game. And that reason is upshots. When you're on a longer course, wooded course, you will value the times when you played on short courses and tiny holes with narrow wooded hallways such as this one right here. When you're looking for that window, for that shot, you know that you can birdie this. Please let me birdie this today. And that you can get out of trouble on the bigger course during the tournament when it matters. This is hole 1, 111 feet. Let's see if I can get down the tunnel. I brought 2 discs today. I brought this Zone and this K3 Reco, and that should be enough. And that's enough. So hole 2, you've got 2 routes. You've got this narrow one on the right that generally is a stable forehand. It's kind of straight down towards the trees at the end and get a bit of fade towards the basket. The other route is a backhand turning shot on this left gap. I like to think that I'm better at the chip forehand, so that's the route that I'm going to take. There's also an over the top if you like to be a tomahawk or hammer thrower. Yeah, it's parked. Hole 3, it's generally a right-hand backhand throw. Just some stuff up in the center, closer to the basket. I think I'm just going to try to put this Reco up there. See how close we get. That's pretty close. It turns out we actually absolutely smashed that shot. And we're behind a bunch of stuff over here, and now it's going to be tough. Oh, getting squirrel raz before I even start. Hole 4, about 150 foot shot. It is generally a forehand on a bit of hyzer or a flat to fade forehand. Here we go. That's why practicing is important. Hole 5, this is one of the 3 most difficult holes in the course, I would say. This is where things can start to go wrong. It is a right-handed backhand throw. Straight, you want to hit one of the small gaps. You can see them down there. They're only a few feet wide each. It's a very much a poke and hope hole. Right now, I'm about to poke, and I hope to get through. That's poke and hope. Getting pretty tired of singing the Par City Blues, so I'm hopeful that hole 6 gives us a birdie. You can throw a backhand down here, try to keep it wide, closest to the wide tree on the right, and then have a subtle fade towards the basket. I like to throw an overstable forehand on an anhyzer and have it flex out and dive towards the basket towards the end of the flight. So that's what I will hope to demonstrate right now with this Zone. That was awful. Hole 7, 150 feet, straight, to fade. This is a right-handed forehand dream. Fun fact, this is the hole of my very first ace playing this game. I think that was 2019. I don't remember. I don't have the disc anymore. It's sitting on the bottom of a pond at a golf course, which is a course I hope to show you guys someday soon. But let's make this shot. Let's get up there. Let's get a birdie or better and turn this round around. Oh, it's so floppy. It's so weak. It still has a look though. Welcome to hole 8. There's 2 routes. There is a backhand high spiking hyzer route up here. I'm not going to take that one. I'm going to opt for this chip forehand up this left side here and try to fade it into the basket. We got 146 feet. Got to put more oomph on it than the hole 7 shot, that's for sure. Today's not my day. Four strokes on a 146-foot hole. It's a shame the only thing that looks good out here is my hair, right? Anyway, welcome to hole 9. Is this the shortest? How long is this? 118 feet. It's not the shortest, but it's also downhill. The danger here is going into the swamp. There's a swamp down there behind the basket. Rollaways are bad. And then low canopy behind the basket's bad. I like to just kind of jump putt a putter down there, and that's what I'm about to do. Of course it's short. Hole 10, 185 feet. This one is the second of the holes that will be deemed difficult. It is a hole that goes straight and then it bends left and goes up a hill and then finishes straight. The shot that I like is an Anheuser forehand that will kind of slowly get flat and come out of the Anheuser angle and go forward towards the basket. That's not too bad. That was actually a crazy birdie on 10. That putt was a lot further and more obstructed than I thought it was going to be, so pretty happy about that. This is hole 11, however, and hole 10's in the past. So let's talk about what we're looking at here. We are looking at an interesting gap, kind of a V-shaped tree gap. That is the best way to go. An overhand is actually a nice shot to have on this hole. Done that lots. Actually, a friend of mine aced that one time. It was pretty sweet, but he was left-handed, so it doesn't count. I think I'm just going to try to put this Recco down the center and hope to get a subtle fade towards the basket. Don't hit the V tree. Do not. Oh, we didn't. Hole 12 has 2 options. You can go low left, I guess the forehand, and try to get up this narrow gap over here, or you can take the right hand backhand up this this right side and then get a fade to the basket. The basket sits on top of a hill with a rollaway down into the swamp, so we're hoping to avoid that. Odds are we just hit a tree and take a 3, but I'm going to put the zone on the right side and try to get a more of aggressive fade towards the basket. That tree branch hit was really good. We were going to sail it by 8,000 feet. We can throw 8,000 feet here. So you see the basket's behind me, and then we went about a third down the hill. Like, this is what we're looking at. Right beyond all these trees, it's just marshland. It's disgusting. So this is the disc, and this is the target. The T sign for hole 13 is false. It says 191 feet. Cut the first one. This is a 91-foot hole. It is a shorty. This is an ace run. You can do a small backhand turn just through one of the two gaps up there, or you can just pop a forehand. I think the best ace run is probably the backhand, so we're going to go for the fireworks and see if we can hit that ace. No, probably not even going to birdie. We'll try the forehand anyway. See if we would have gotten up there for the bird. This is the play I usually do. Yeah, parked. Hole 14, 127 feet, short, straight. People tend to ace run this hole quite often. I've never been successful, but maybe today's the day. It's not, so I'll just try to forehand the zone at it instead. That was awful. That was a better run. Hole 15, what do we got? 153 feet. Again, it is straight down. There's a tree on the right that's kind of a pain. It kind of gets in your head. And so often, in my case, I will hit a tree on the left, which is super problematic because the kick to the left is worse generally than the kick to the right. I will throw the Recco on a backhand and then just hope to get it straight down there. Oh, wow. Wow, that's so good. Now we're at the third difficult hole on the course. This is hole 16. It is gimmicky, I would say. So straight ahead here, you have the intended line of play. And then you have the basket through all the everything. You do have a window up over top, which is, I don't know. Like if I had a sharper rim driver, that's where I tend to try to go. I could try to tomahawk a zone up there. You know what? Let's try it. Let's just try it. Well, we got through somehow. We're putting for birdie. That's so dumb. Dumb hole. So we'll walk along here, along the intended line of play. So this is, I don't understand this. I think the intention of the design was to do a very high hyzer, like up this way, and then get quite an aggressive fade around the corner at the basket you see over here. Generally, you get to about where I'm standing, and you're taking long circle two putts at it from here. But instead, we took the skinny sky window and landed here, and we're happy. Welcome to the 17th hole. What is it? 120 feet. This one gets ace run a lot as well. It is just straight and then a little bit to the right. You can do a turning backhand or a hyzering forehand. I generally do the forehand at this one, although like there's a bush on the left side that can hit the forehand sometimes. Maybe I'll just throw both and see if we get close with either, but I will count the first shot. We'll make that the forehand because that's my usual play. And it's bad. Yep, that's bad. Let's see how we do with this one. And it's bad. I'm bad at hole 17. Hole 17's bad. I'm bad. Hole 17's bad. Never mind, hole 17's good. It's a good hole, nice hole, forgiving hole, easy hole. Let's go on to 18. Welcome to the 18th hole. This is on the right, 142 feet. I tend to throw a forehand with a zone. You can also do a backhand, a turnover, which, I mean, I'm so bad at that shot, let's be honest. I mean, I'm so bad at most shots, but that one I'm even worse. So I'm going to try to put the zone right along the left side a little bit, or keep, center left. Sounds political. And then drop it towards the basket and hope to get myself a birdie putt. Well, it was too far left, but it kicked nicely, so we still have that birdie putt. So that is our 18-hole pitch and putt Golden Horn. Wish I could have played better. Always wish I could have played better on camera. -8. It's fine, I guess. We like to go 10 or better when you play out here. Like, it really is upshot practice, and that's why it's important, because I missed a slew of those shots, which would have really burned me on a larger course. And in tournament play, you just can't miss those shots. But I do appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'm looking forward to the next one.